Hey, Motivational Drive-By, Coco here. How you doing? Still not with the mic. The last one I just checked on it, it worked out okay. It was cool. The camera's a little closer to me, and it's kind of fun. All right, I'm gonna do. The next one I'm doing is number 72. Deal with it. Move on. This is an interesting concept because I know many people who have many issues that have been strangling them for decades, perhaps. Oh, my coffee cup fell down. That's not a good thing. Okay, well, that would explain why it's a lot wetter. Ah, anyway, they're dealing with, I don't know, guilt. They're dealing with, you know, all kinds of different aspects of their past. And it amuses me to no end because, and I mean, I was guilty of this too. I mean, it took me some revelation time to come to this concept that, you know, people are stuck in their past, punishing themselves over and over again for things that they may or may not have been guilty of, and even if you are, I mean, you know, try as we may to be perfect, we're not. And, you know, perfection is a sick, perverted kind of a concept anyway. You know, you should try to be as good a person as you can, but perfection is an abstraction of reality. There you go. So thus, if you attempt perfection, you're attempting to create the most abnormal series of abstractions possible. It's far easier to be yourself. Be you. I have come a long way to come to decide that, you know, learning how to be yourself is gigantically important. And there's many people who, you know, who have unplugged parts of themselves or have pretended to be somebody they're not. I pretended to be normal for many years. And, yeah, don't stop laughing. It's not that funny. It actually, if you ask people who knew me a long time ago, I came across like a normal person. It's tragically wrong, and in my case, all the more so, because the last thing in the world I am is anything that would resemble normal. This is not a good intersection. Anyway, I have, let's do this so you can see my face. But I grew out of it, you know, after 3 long-term relationships, 2 of which were marriages and 2 divorces. I came to realize that I had relationship rules, I had all this stuff going on, I was pretending to be normal. I unplugged that aspect of that mad scientist, you know, crazy artist, whatever, parts of me, my personality that made me me. And thus, it was a tragic, horrible situation. But once I figured it out and did a lot of study and figured out who I was, and I couldn't go, I could never be the person I was, because that was then, and as you grow, you evolve. Then in my case, I evolved quite a lot. So I could not go back to the old Coco. I had to figure out who I was. So those pieces of me that I unplugged and put on the shelf, I, you know, broke it into pieces, and I took the parts that I could take, and the parts I couldn't take, I just left on the shelf, you know, or threw away or whatever. It didn't really matter. And I moved on. And every single day I learned more and more about myself than I ever knew before. And I make mistakes. that's good. It's good to know it, and it's also good to, I'm going to go a little further. It's good to acknowledge that. It's also good to recognize the fact that, you know, there's fallibility. And it's fun to make mistakes. My professor, Bill Hendel, who I love dearly, used to say you learn far more from your mistakes than you'll ever learn from your successes. Thus, I am a genius. And I tell people that, you know, the whole perfectionism thing, we talked about perfect before, if you try to attain perfection, you'll never grow, because you can't be perfect, or you can't be a perfectionist if you try to do something you don't know how to do, because you may not do it perfectly. So it would stifle your growth. You cannot grow and be a perfectionist. I am not a perfectionist, thus I grow every single day. And, you know, I learn all kinds of new stuff every single day. And it's exciting to learn new stuff every single day. So you have to, your assignment for today, I think in the new year I'm going to be doing assignments, is to sit down and realize what's holding you back. What in the world is holding you back? It's going to be deadly. Because apparently there is something holding you back. Be it an old relationship, be it a girlfriend, boyfriend, be it, you know, I mean, there's any number of things that can hold you back. You know, a disbelief in yourself, a disbelief, you know, in somebody else, you rely on somebody to do something for you instead of doing it yourself. I mean, the list can go on and on and on. I mean, there's no end to the potential that you have holding you back. But at some point, you've got to say, you know, screw this. That's not me. That's not where I want to be. That's not what I, you know, that's not anything I can believe at this point, and you need to move on. And you can do this. It's very, very simple to move on. You just have to do it. At first, it's tough, and if you know, if you have any questions, you can shoot me a message on Facebook. This will be up on Facebook if you need to. I will be more than happy to, you know, give you some ideas on how you can get past certain things. I mean, old relationships, you know, deaths can be tough. It can be tough to move on because it's not necessarily easy to move on from a dead relationship or a dead, you know, somebody who died in your life or somebody who was very important who's no longer there. That can be brutal. And some people never get past that. I can help you do that. Same thing with jobs, businesses. Oh, this isn't where I thought I was. I love it. There's a T. Which way do I go? Left or right? I'm going to go right. I have no idea why I went right. I just did. I'm heading west. This is west. Oh, I know where I am now. I remember now. This is Moorhead Road up here. It doesn't matter for you viewers at home, but Ditman and then Moorhead, I believe. Oh, I'm gonna die if I don't. I get it. Okay. So, it's time to change your life, to move on, to, you know, get on with your life. So deal with it, move on. As I always say, have an amazing, stupendous day. Coco, out.